Get a little bit back on track here. How'd that second half feel, coming out on fire and being able to start that run?
Well, it felt good. Everybody knows that we lost 4 out of our last 5, so we was just desperate for a win, and it showed today. We came out, played with energy, played great defense throughout the whole game, and in the second half, we really took the fight to them, so it was good for our team.
What did that half show you guys about your potential and how well you can play when it all comes together?
We just continue to stick as a team and just learn how to gel together and do all the little things that gets teams wins. And we didn't stray away from that this game. We just fought it throughout the whole game, and we got a good outcome this game.
What'd you guys do differently this time around from what y'all weren't able to do against Asheville up there a couple of weeks ago? Because clearly it was 2 different games from what I could see. What were you guys able to do this time around that maybe you weren't able to do a couple weeks ago?
Well, what surprised me about this game was when we played them there, they played mostly zone the whole game, and they kind of switched it up this game and played man-to-man. So I think that opened up the floor for us a lot. And also, we was flat when we played Asheville at their place. We didn't play with energy. We was getting beat in transition. We wasn't running hard, and it was total opposite today. So that was really the big difference in the game there and the game here.
Took 13 free throws tonight. You had that mindset to be really aggressive back on the floor?
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to be aggressive. That's just the natural way I play. So I just wanted to come back with a strong game and just go to the basket, get my teammates involved, and get a win.
What was your motivation just kind of coming off the suspension, and how much were you fired up to get out there and contribute like you did tonight?
Well, my legs felt pretty fresh, so it's been a while since the last game, so I knew I was going to be ready to go this game, and I knew I was going to be ready to give all my energy defensively and offensively in this game.
How tough was that for you personally, and what happened there at the end of the Winthrop game? I've heard about it, I didn't see it myself.
Well, it was tough. You know, anytime you see any team play, you want to go out there and help contribute to the team. But as far as the suspension goes, it was something that was said that shouldn't have been said. I really don't want to get into the details about it, but we on a straight path now. Everything's fine, and we're looking to still get the wins in this conference and get this conference championship.
Josh, talk about the guy sitting next to you and the way Elijah's played the last couple of weeks, especially tonight. He seemed to find his groove. Mm-hmm. What is it about him when he's on the court? He's more like the silent assassin, not really a raw guy, but he goes out there and gets it done. What have you seen from his game in the last couple of weeks? Well,
I thought earlier in the year he wasn't as aggressive as he was last year, and now that I see him, he's starting to go to the basket a little bit more, starting to go stronger, and that's really opening up the game for him. So when he gets to the basket and gets the strong moves, it opens up his pull-up jump shot, which is pretty deadly. So he's been playing well, and I knew he was going to hit. I knew he was going to hit a streak somewhere in the season. This is a good time to hit it.
What was it like during that stretch where you broke the game open, whatever the run was, and the crowd was getting into it? Just how much did you need a spurt like that, just given everything you've been through the last few games?
Oh yeah, anytime you get the crowd involved to the game, that just fires everybody up and makes us all want to make more big plays. So that little streak or whatever that we all contributed to, that we need a crowd, and we like them all to come to the game because it helps us they're part of helping us get wins too.
What'd you tell your guys at halftime here? They came out just firing on the second half.
Well, game's tied, physical game. You know, we got to match up the physical play. Our defense is good. We're getting good looks. Let's don't have stupid turnovers, which we had some just stupid turnovers early. Let's let them make us make mistakes, and you know, in the second half, that was pretty much it. Then Elijah hit some shots, and Josh was able to get in there, and they were fouling him. So Josh going to the free throw line, and Elijah's threes, and then mixing it up inside and making some plays. Those were big. They were big.
Coach, you talk about Elijah. Just what has he done in the last 2 weeks in his game to step up and be the player he's been, and what does he bring to the court that's special to you that you've seen from him this season?
Well, there's nobody on our team gets more shots up outside of practice than this guy. You have to tell him to leave the gym. You have to tell him you worry about whether he's going to do too much. So you know that he's going to put everything that he's got into it. He's still learning the game. He's still learning the game. It's when to, when not to, and those kind of things. But, you know, the shot hasn't always gone for him, but he stayed the course. And tonight it goes. But the one thing about him that people probably don't see, the most impressive thing that I've been impressed with regards to this year, is he's 10 times the defensive player he was a year ago. He really comes in there. He guards a tough opponent every night, and he's got that quickness. So, you know, his shooting was there tonight, but I really like the way that he's played his defense.
He's not a raw type guy.
Nope.
Just kind of a silent, get the job
Warren
done.
Gillis with the right hand. Same type player. Quiet. No doubt.
Big of a night was it for your bigs to step up, to take down on defense, but then also I see Badu has 3 steals, 2 blocks, 12 boards, really complete game, and Tristan Kurtz with a double-double as well.
Tristan Kurtz was so proud of that with Tristan because he battled and he's been close to that double-double, but you know, very, very proud of him. And you know, when you get those double-doubles, that's it. 12 rebounds by Badu. But what's impressive about Tristan is 4 offensive rebounds. So that means when we miss, we got 4 extra opportunities. At the same time, they got 13. They got too many. So, but it wasn't like the last game. This was a totally different game than what we saw, and that's why I say every game is so different. This is totally different. We played at Asheville. We'll play High Point, and everybody tell, well, they beat them in that, but totally different game. We were different against Gardner-Webb, second timer. Every game is totally different, and as you can see, it's an absolute crazy conference race. It is beautiful from a fan standpoint. It ought to be interesting. Driving me nuts. I've not seen it like this way. And I was talking to Nick before the game, and he said, the SID from Asheville said said he'd been here 29 years. 29 years he's seen this conference. I'm assuming it's been here 29 years. He says, I have never seen it this good. So I've only been here 8, and I know that's true for me, but I can tell you this, it is something else. But it's a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, when you got good teams coming in here every night, it's a great thing. Friday night, big game, it's going to be another one. Then we'll go to Charleston, we'll play that. It just doesn't stop.
Was there any sense of relief to see it all come together in the second half there after last?
You know, probably you might. I don't think of those things. You know, I just, till the clock runs, I'm just coaching the game. I never thought of relief. I knew that we kind of had it going. When you're coaching a game, you just get into a zone. You know, if I'm watching a game, like if I'm watching the Super Bowl, I'm really, but when I'm coaching a game, it's about the next play. I don't think about relief. I don't think about anything. What do we got to do? What do we got to do? What do we got to do to finish this thing, or whatever